Welcome to the English Fluency Challenge, where we take your English speaking and listening skills to the next level own day, one practice, one small win at a time. Let me ask you a question right now. Do you ever feel like you know English, but when it's time to speak, your mind suddenly goes blank? You want to say something, but the words just don't come out smoothly. If that sounds familiar, then you're in exactly the right place, because in this podcast, we'll fix that together. You'll start to speak English more confidently, more naturally, and more fluently in real life. Hi, and welcome to Ms. Fwang English. I'm so happy you're here. In this series, you're not just listening, you're speaking with me. You'll repeat, you'll shadow, and you'll challenge yourself to think in English. That's how you build real fluency. So before we begin, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to Ms. Fwang English, and tell me in the comments, what's the hardest part about speaking English for you? Is it pronunciation, confidence, or maybe finding the right words? I'd love to know, because your answer helps shape the next episode. All right, let's get started with your fluency challenge for today. We'll begin with something you can use every single day simple. Real English expressions that help you sound natural and confident. You're going to listen, repeat, and feel the rhythm of English. Remember, fluency is not about speaking fast. It's about speaking smoothly. Let's start with this. Imagine you're meeting someone in the morning. What do you usually say? Maybe you say, "Good morning." That's great, but native speakers often say it in a softer, more natural way. Listen carefully. Morning. They drop the good. Try it with me. Morning. One more time, but with a smile in your voice. Morning. See how it sounds friendly and casual? That's the natural rhythm of spoken English. Now imagine you're at work or school and you see someone you know. You could say, "Hey, how are you?" But in daily life, we often shorten it. "Hey, how's it going?" Try saying that. "Hey, how's it going?" Listen again to the linking "how's it going?" Try repeating, "Hey, how's it going?" You can even respond naturally with, "Good, thanks. How about you?" Practice this small exchange with me. "Hey, how's it going?" "Good, thanks. How about you?" That's how you sound relaxed and confident in real life. And remember, don't just read it in your head. Speak it out loud. That's your first mini fluency challenge today. Now, let's add a little more energy. When you meet someone you haven't seen for a while, what can you say? Try this. Long time, no see. That's a fun, friendly phrase. Say it with me. Long time no see. And if your friend says that to you, you can reply, "Yeah, it's been a while." Let's put that together. Long time no see. Yeah, it's been a while. These small phrases build connection. They make your English sound real. Now, I want you to imagine this next scene. You're in a cafe and someone accidentally bumps into you. What do you say? The natural response is, "Oh, no worries," or "That's okay." Say it with me. "Oh, no worries." Another version. "That's okay." These sound friendly and easygoing. Native speakers use them all the time. And if you bump into someone, you can say, "Oops, sorry about that." Or simply, "Sorry." But pay attention to tone. If you say it too flatly, "sorry," it can sound cold. If you say it warmly, "sorry," it sounds polite and kind. Try both and feel the difference. Tone changes meaning. That's part of fluency too. Let's practice a short dialogue. Listen carefully, then repeat after me. A. "Oops, sorry about that." B. "Oh, no worries." Once more, smoothly this time. A. "Oops, sorry about that." B. "Oh, no worries." That's your second fluency challenge to focus on sounding natural, not perfect. Now let's talk about one thing that can change your English fluency forever: rhythm. English has a musical rhythm. Some words are stressed, others are soft. For example, in "How are you doing?" we don't stress every word. We say, "How are you doing?" Hear that? The rhythm flows. Try it with me slowly. How are you doing? Now faster. How are you doing? One more time, but make it sound friendly and casual. How are you doing? Excellent. You're already practicing the real sound of English. That's what this challenge is about: not grammar rules, not memorizing vocabulary lists, but feeling the language and using it every day. Here's another challenge for you. I want you to imagine you're in line at a coffee shop. The barista says, "Hi, what can I get for you today?" How do you answer naturally? You could say, "Can I get a latte, please?" That's how native speakers usually order. Notice it's not "I want a latte." It's "Can I get," try that now, "Can I get a latte, please?" The tone goes up slightly at the end, polite but confident. Now let's continue the dialogue. Barista, "Can I get your name?" You. "It's Anna." Barista, "Thanks, Anna. Your drink will be ready soon." You. "Great, thank you." That's real English. Simple, polite, natural. You can practice this every day when you order food, buy something, or just talk to people around you. The more you use English, the more fluent you become. Now let's pause for a quick reflection. Fluency doesn't mean you never make mistakes. It means you keep going even when you make mistakes. You learn, you smile, and you move forward. So if you say something wrong, so what? Every mistake is proof that you're trying, and that's something to be proud of. So here's your first English fluency challenge of the day. For the next 24 hours, use at least 3 of the expressions we practiced today. You can say, "Hey, how's it going?" to a friend, "No worries." When someone apologizes, or "Can I get, please?" when ordering something. Then come back to the comments and tell me which one you used. I'll be reading and cheering for you. Remember, your English fluency grows through daily action. One small step today becomes a big change tomorrow. So keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing that you can become fluent, because you absolutely can. Welcome back to the English Fluency Challenge. I'm so glad you're here. If you've made it to part 2, it means you're serious about becoming fluent in English. That makes me so proud of you. Remember, fluency isn't built in one day. It's built through small, consistent practice. Every time you listen, repeat, and speak out loud, your English becomes smoother and more natural. So today, we're going to take that next step together. In this part, we'll focus on pronunciation, tone, and rhythm, 3 powerful tools that make your English sound real, not robotic. You'll also learn how to use your voice in everyday conversations so people can understand you clearly and feel comfortable speaking with you. Now, before we start, if you haven't done it yet, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Miss Fwang English, and share your favorite phrase from part 1 in the comments. I love reading your answers and seeing how you're using English in your real life. All right, let's jump in. I want to start with a simple question. When you speak English, do you ever feel like you sound a bit flat? Like your voice doesn't have emotion or energy? Don't worry, that's completely normal. It happens because English has a very specific rhythm and intonation pattern that might be different from your native language. For example, in English, our tone often goes up at the end of a question. Listen carefully. Are you coming? The pitch rises slightly at the end. Coming? Try saying that. Are you coming? Feel how your voice lifts up? That's what makes it sound like a question. Now listen to this statement. You're coming with me. The tone goes down at the end. Try that. You're coming with me. Hear the difference? Up means a question. Down means a statement. This small detail makes your speech sound instantly more natural. Let's do a quick mini challenge. I'll say 2 sentences, and I want you to repeat each one with the correct tone. Ready? 1 more coffee? I'd like 1 more coffee. See the difference? The first sounds like you're asking. The second sounds like you're sure. Practicing this up and down melody is a key part of speaking fluently. Now let's move to pronunciation. Many learners think pronunciation means having a perfect accent, but that's not true. The goal of pronunciation is clarity. People need to understand you easily. You don't need to sound American or British, you just need to be clear and confident. Let's practice with some tricky sounds that many learners find difficult. We'll start with the difference between ship and sheep. Listen carefully. Ship short, I, and sheep long E. Repeat after me slowly. Ship, sheep. Again, ship, sheep. Now let's use them in a sentence. The ship is big. The sheep is white. Try both. This small vowel change completely changes meaning, right? That's why listening closely and practicing out loud is so important. Here's another one. Live and leave. I live in New York. I have to leave now. Repeat with me. Live, leave. Again, live, leave. Perfect. These sound challenges are like a workout for your mouth muscles. The more you practice, the stronger and more flexible your speech becomes. Now let's talk about linking. English speakers connect words together when they speak. For example, instead of saying, "What are you doing?" slowly. They say, "What you doing?" Or instead of, "I am going to," they say, "I'm gonna." You don't have to speak like this all the time, but understanding it helps your listening and makes your speaking sound smoother. Let's try a few. Listen first. What are you doing? Now, repeat the natural version. What you doing? One more time. What you doing? Excellent. Now let's do I am going to eat. The natural version is I'm gonna eat. Try that. I'm gonna eat. Again. I'm gonna eat. Great! These small changes make your speech flow, just like native speakers. Now let's practice tone and emotion. When you speak English, your voice should match what you mean. For example, if you're happy, your voice should sound brighter. If you're sad, it should sound softer. Let's practice with the same sentence, but different emotions. The sentence is, "I can't believe it." Say it happily. "I can't believe it." Say it sadly. "I can't believe it." Say it in surprise. "I can't believe it." See how the same words can mean different things? That's why tone is so important in English. It helps you express feelings and connect with people emotionally. Now, let's put everything we've learned into a short dialogue. Listen carefully first, then we'll repeat together. A. Hey, are you free tomorrow? B. I think so. Why? A. Let's grab coffee. I haven't seen you in ages. B. That sounds great. What time? A. How about 10 a.m.? B. Perfect. See you then. Now let's practice it together. Slowly at first, focusing on tone, linking, and rhythm. Ready? A. Hey, are you free tomorrow? B. I think so. Why? A. Let's grab coffee. I haven't seen you in ages. B. That sounds great. What time? A. How about 10 a.m.? B. Perfect. See you then. Excellent. You just completed your pronunciation and tone practice for today. You're not just learning English, you're living it through sound, rhythm, and real emotion. Now, here's your next fluency challenge. For the next 24 hours, pay attention to how native speakers use tone and rhythm. Watch a short English video or listen to a podcast. Don't focus only on the words, listen to the music of English. Then, try repeating one or two sentences exactly as you hear them. Copy the melody, the emotion, and the speed. That's shadowing, and it's one of the most powerful tools for fluency. Before we wrap up, let me remind you of something important. Fluency doesn't come from being perfect, it comes from being brave. Every time you open your mouth to speak English, even if it's not perfect, you're improving, you're building confidence, you're getting one step closer to fluency. So keep going. Welcome back to part 3 of the English Fluency Challenge. I'm so proud of you for coming this far. It means you're serious about becoming a confident English speaker. And trust me, the effort you're putting in today will pay off soon. Every single time you listen, repeat, and speak, your brain is learning. Your mouth is learning. You're training yourself to speak English naturally, automatically, and confidently. In this part, we're going to focus on real-life conversations. You'll learn how to sound more natural when talking to people in everyday situations like ordering food, asking for help, or chatting with friends. We'll also practice some short dialogues together, so you can start thinking and responding in English faster. Now, let's begin with something simple, but super important: ordering food or drinks. You'll probably use this almost every day if you travel or live in an English-speaking country. So let's start with this situation. You walk into a cafe. The barista smiles and says, "Hi there. What can I get for you today?" How would you answer? Many learners just say, "One coffee." And that's okay, but it sounds a little robotic. Let's make it sound smoother and more natural. Try saying, "Hi, can I get a coffee, please?" Or, "I'd like a latte, please." Those small words, "can I get," or "I'd like," make you sound polite and fluent. Repeat after me. "Can I get a coffee, please?" Now try. "I'd like an iced latte, please." And another one, "Can I have a cappuccino to go?" Perfect. That's how real people order drinks. Now let's continue that conversation. The barista might ask, "For here or to go?" You can answer, "For here, please," or "To go, please." Simple, right? Let's say it together. "For here, please." "To go, please." Then the barista says, "That'll be $5. You respond with, "Here you go," as you hand the money. And finally, they say, "Thanks. Have a great day." You can answer, "Thank you." You too. Let's repeat the whole mini conversation together slowly. A. Hi there. What can I get for you today? B. Hi. Can I get a coffee, please? A. Sure. For here or to go? B. To go, please. A. That'll be $5. B. Here you go. A. Thanks. Have a great day. B. Thank you. You too. Very good. That's exactly how real English sounds in everyday life. Now, let's move to another common situation: asking for help or information. Imagine you're in a store and you can't find something. You could say, "Excuse me, could you help me find the shampoo?" Or, "Hi, I'm looking for the bread section." These small, polite phrases make a big difference in how comfortable and confident you sound. Try repeating after me. "Excuse me, could you help me find the shampoo?" Again, "Hi, I'm looking for the bread section." And one more. "Sorry, where can I find the milk?" Perfect. Notice that in English, we often start with polite phrases like, "Excuse me," "Sorry," or "Could you please?" They make your tone sound friendly and respectful. Now, let's practice a short real-life dialogue. A. Excuse me, could you help me find the sugar? B. Sure. It's right over there, next to the coffee. A. Oh, thank you so much. B. No problem. Have a great day. A. You too. Let's do it together. Now say it aloud with me. Feel the rhythm, the tone, and the friendliness in your voice. Don't just say the words sound like you mean them. That's how you build natural fluency. Next, let's talk about small talk, those little conversations that help you connect with people. Small talk is what you use when you meet someone new, talk to a neighbor, or chat with a coworker. It might sound simple, but it's one of the best ways to practice fluent, real English. So how do you start small talk? Here are some easy phrases. How's your day going? What have you been up to? Nice weather today, isn't it? Or, how was your weekend? Repeat after me. How's your day going? What have you been up to? Nice weather today, isn't it? How was your weekend? Excellent. These phrases are short, friendly, and easy to use. Now let's put small talk into practice with a short dialogue. A. Hey, how's your day going? B. Pretty good, thanks. Just finished some work. How about you? A. Not bad. Just grabbing a coffee before my next meeting. B. Oh, nice. Hope it goes well. A. Thanks. You too. Let's say it together again. More naturally this time. Feel the flow. A. Hey, how's your day going? B. Pretty good, thanks. Just finished some work. How about you? A. Not bad. Just grabbing a coffee before my next meeting. B. Oh, nice. Hope it goes well. A. Thanks. You too. This is how real people talk in daily life. Simple, natural, polite, and friendly. That's the goal of Fluency. Connect easily, without overthinking. Now I have a little challenge for you. After watching this video, I want you to use one of these phrases in real life. It could be with a friend, a coworker, or even when you're ordering food. Just one small sentence in English. You'll see how it feels to speak naturally, even in a short moment. And if you can, write it in the comments below. Tell me which phrase you used today and how it went. Did the person respond? Did you feel more confident? I'd love to hear your story. Remember, fluency grows through small steps. You don't need to memorize hundreds of words. You just need to practice a few useful phrases again and again until they feel automatic. You're doing an amazing job. You're not just learning English, you're learning how to live in English. You're training your ears, your tongue, and your confidence all at once. You're doing such an amazing job staying consistent and practicing with me. Every time you listen, repeat, and speak, you're training your mind to think in English. You're building habits that will help you speak naturally and confidently in real life. So take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and let's dive in together. In this part, we're going to talk about how to keep a conversation going. Many English learners say they can start a conversation, but they don't know how to continue it. They run out of things to say. Maybe this has happened to you before. You start with, "Hi, how are you?" But then your mind goes blank. Don't worry, that's completely normal. Today, I'll teach you some simple, natural ways to keep the conversation flowing smoothly, just like native speakers do. Let's start with something very basic: showing interest. When someone talks to you, they feel happy when you show that you're listening and interested. Here are some natural expressions you can use. Oh, really? That's interesting. Wow, I didn't know that. Or, no way. These little reactions keep the energy in the conversation alive. Try repeating after me. Oh, really? That's interesting. Wow, I didn't know that. No way. Great. Now imagine you're talking with a friend who says, I just started learning how to cook. You could respond with, oh, really? What are you learning to make? Or, that's great. How's it going so far? See how natural that sounds? You're showing interest and asking a follow-up question. Let's practice a short dialogue together. A. I just started learning how to cook. B. Oh, really? What are you learning to make? A. Mostly pasta and some soups. B. Nice. I love pasta. Do you cook often? See how that flows? The conversation keeps moving naturally. You're showing interest, asking small questions, and responding with short, friendly sentences. Now let's practice this skill. I'll say a sentence, and you try to respond naturally out loud. Ready? I just got a new job. Pause. You could say, that's awesome. What kind of job is it? Next one. I'm really tired today. Pause. You could respond, oh, really? What happened? Or, yeah, me too. It's been a long day. Excellent. You see how small, natural questions make conversations easier? Now, another important part of fluent conversations is sharing about yourself. Sometimes learners forget this. They only answer questions, but they don't add anything extra. Fluency is not just answering, it's also adding to the conversation. For example, if someone asks, how was your weekend? Don't just say, good. Try adding something. It was good. I met some friends for dinner. Or, pretty relaxing. I stayed home and watched a movie. The goal is to keep the conversation going naturally. Let's practice together. I'll ask you some questions and you answer out loud with a little extra detail. Ready? How was your weekend? Pause. How are you today? Pause. What did you have for lunch? Pause. Remember, always try to add one more sentence. That's how you sound fluent and natural. Now, let's talk about expressing opinions. In real conversations, people often share what they think or how they feel. For example, if someone says, I love watching movies, you could respond, me too. I love action movies. Or, oh, really? I prefer comedies. This is a great way to connect with others and show your personality in English. Here are some natural expressions to share opinions. Repeat after me. I think so. I don't think so. In my opinion, to be honest. For me, I guess you're right. Perfect. These are small, but they make a big difference in sounding fluent. Let's use them in short examples. I think learning English is fun. I don't think it's too hard. To be honest, I sometimes feel shy speaking English. For me, listening is the hardest part. Say them out loud with me again. Feel how natural they sound in real speech. You don't need long sentence, just confidence and flow. Now, let's practice a short conversation using opinions. A. Do you like working from home? I think it's nice, but sometimes I miss seeing my coworkers. A. Yeah, I get that. For me, it's hard to focus at home. B. Same here. Too many distractions. That's real English, the kind of conversation you'd have with a friend or coworker. Let's try a quick fluency exercise. I'll say the beginning of a sentence, and you complete it in your own words. Ready? I think pause. To be honest, pause. For me, pause. I guess. Pause. Good. This kind of speaking practice helps your brain get used to forming full thoughts in English. You're not just repeating, you're creating sentences, just like native speakers do. Now here's a quick tip. Don't be afraid of silence. Many learners panic when there's a small pause in conversation, but in real life, even native speakers pause to think. It's okay to take a breath and find your words. The key is to stay calm and confident. You can say something like, "Let me think," or "That's a good question." Repeat after me. Let me think. That's a good question. Great job. Now I'd love to hear from you. In the comments, tell me what's the hardest part for you when speaking English. Is it finding the right words, or is it keeping the conversation going? I'd really love to know. Remember, every time you speak, you're improving. Every small step counts. You're not just studying English, you're living it, using it, and owning it. That's what fluency really means. You're doing fantastic, truly. Every minute you spend listening, shadowing, and speaking out loud brings you closer to real fluency. Remember, fluency isn't about speaking perfectly. It's about speaking naturally, with confidence, and without fear. In this part, we're going to talk about one of the most powerful secrets of sounding fluent: confidence and rhythm. You can know all the grammar in the world, but if you speak without rhythm or confidence, your English will still sound a little unnatural. Don't worry, we're going to fix that together today. Let's start with this idea. When native speakers talk, they speak in a rhythm like music. English has a natural beat. Some words are stressed, some are softer. For example, listen carefully to this sentence. I want to go to the store. Hear that? The main stress is on want and store. The other words to, go. Tore softer and quicker. Try it with me. I want to go to the store. Now say it again, but feel the rhythm this time. I want to go to the store. That's the natural sound of English. It's not about speaking fast, it's about speaking with flow. Let's practice a few more sentences together. Repeat after me slowly first, then naturally. I have to wake up early tomorrow. I'm going to call my friend later. I really like your accent. It's been a long day, hasn't it? Good. Now, try to notice where the stress goes. English rhythm always has strong and weak beats like a song. When you speak with rhythm, people can understand you more easily, and you sound more confident. Now, let's talk about intonation. How Your voice goes up and down. Intonation helps show emotion, attitude, and meaning. For example, if you say, "Really?" with a rising tone, it sounds like a question. But if you say, "Really?" with a flat tone, it sounds like you're not impressed. The same word can sound completely different depending on your tone. Let's try a few examples together. Repeat after me. Really? Surprised tone. Really? Serious tone. Oh, I see. Understanding tone. That's amazing. Excited tone. Perfect. Do you feel how your voice changes with emotion? That's what makes English sound alive and natural. When you speak like this, you don't just use words, you communicate feelings. Now, let's practice something a bit fun. I'll say a sentence with emotion, and you try to repeat it with the same feeling. Ready? I can't believe it. Excited. Are you serious? Shocked. I'm not sure about that. Doubtful. That's wonderful news. Happy. Great job. When you practice like this, your brain connects English with emotion, and that's exactly how native speakers speak. Now, let's move to another key part of fluency: confidence in pronunciation. Many learners hesitate because they're afraid of making mistakes. But here's the truth, Evan: native speakers make small pronunciation mistakes sometimes. What matters most is clarity and confidence. So here's a tip. When you speak, open your mouth a bit more. Move your lips and tongue clearly. English sounds need space to come out. If you speak too quietly or too fast, your words might sound unclear. But when you speak clearly, people understand you even if your accent is strong. Let's do a pronunciation warm-up together. Repeat after me, nice and slow. Think, thank, this, those. Now say them again, paying attention to your tongue and teeth. The th sound is soft, your tongue goes between your teeth. Think, thank, this, those. Excellent. That's the sound of confidence. Now let's practice a few short sentences together. I think it's going to rain. This is my favorite song. Thank you for your help. Those shoes look great on you. Repeat them again at a natural speed. The goal is to sound smooth, not fast. Fluency is about rhythm and confidence, not speed. Here's something I always tell my students. Confidence comes from action, not perfection. You don't need to sound like a native speaker to sound natural. You just need to speak like yourself, clearly and bravely. Try this exercise with me. Say, I can speak English confidently. Say it again, louder this time. I can speak English confidently. And one more time, with energy. I can speak English confidently. Feel that power? That's your fluency growing. Now, let's do a short listening and shadowing challenge. I'll read a short paragraph and you'll listen once. Then, we'll do it together line by line. Ready? Here's the paragraph. Today is a good day. I woke up early, made some coffee, and listened to music. I feel calm and ready to learn something new. I know that with practice, my English will improve every day. Now repeat line by line after me. Today is a good day. I woke up early. I made some coffee. I listened to music. I feel calm and ready to learn something new. I know that with practice, my English will improve every day. Wonderful. That's how you build your confidence in your fluency on repetition at a time. Now, let's talk briefly about body language when speaking English. Even if you're speaking online or practicing alone, your body affects your voice. Sit up straight, smile, and use your hands when you talk. When your body is open, your voice becomes stronger and more expressive. You'll sound more confident automatically. Try this right now. Sit tall, take a deep breath, and smile. Now say, I can do this. Again, I can do this. That's it. That's the energy you need when speaking English. Remember, fluency isn't just about words, it's about presence. When you sound confident, people listen. When you speak with rhythm, people understand. Before we move on, I want to hear from you in the comments. What makes you feel nervous when speaking English? Is it pronunciation, forgetting words, or speaking too slowly? Share with me. I love reading your thoughts, and your comment might inspire another learner too. You're doing an amazing job so far, and I hope you're feeling more confident with every single part. In the last lesson, we talked about rhythm, confidence, and pronunciation, the heart of sounding fluent and natural. Now, in this part, we're going to take your fluency to the next level. Today's focus is connected speech. How native speakers connect words together so their English sounds smooth and effortless. You've probably noticed that when native speakers talk, they don't always pronounce every single word clearly or separately. Instead, they blend words together. This is called linking or connected speech. It's one of the most powerful tools for speaking naturally. Once you understand how it works, your listening and speaking will both improve dramatically. Let's start with a simple example. When you see the sentence, "What are you doing?" most learners pronounce it word by word. What are you doing? But in natural speech, we don't say it that way. A native speaker would say, "What you doing?" Hear that? What are you becomes whatcha, and doing sounds softer, doin'. So instead of "What are you doing?" it sounds like "What you doing?" Try it with me. What you doing? Again, a little faster. What you doing? Good. Let's try another one. The sentence "I'm going to eat" often sounds like "I'm gonna eat." We replace going to with gonna. Try it with me. I'm gonna eat. That's how real people speak in daily conversation. Let's practice a few more examples of how words connect. Repeat after me slowly first, then naturally. I want to go. I want to go. I have to study. I have to study. Do you want to come? Do ya want to come? What do you think? What do you think? Excellent. You're starting to sound much more fluent already. Now, let's talk about another important part of connected speech, linking consonant and vowel sounds. When one word ends with a consonant and the next word starts with a vowel, native speakers often connect them smoothly. For example, instead of saying "go out," we link them and say "go out." Hear how it connects? Go out. Try these examples with me. Turn off the light. turn off the light, pick it up, pipe it up, talk about it, talk about it, look at that, look about, great work. Do you notice how the words flow together like one long sound? That's the secret of fluency. It's not about speed, but connection. Let's practice a short mini conversation using connected speech. Listen first. A. Hey, what you doing tonight? B. Not much. I'm gonna watch a movie. A. Cool. Wanna come over later? B. Yeah, sounds good. Now repeat the conversation after me, line by line. Hey, what you doing tonight? Not much, I'm gonna watch a movie. Cool. Wanna come over later? Yeah, sounds good. Perfect. You see how natural that sounds? That's how people talk in real life. You can use this rhythm and connection in your daily English conversations. Now, let's talk about reduced sounds. In fast, natural speech, small words like to, for, and of often sound shorter or weaker. For example, to often sounds like tuh, and for sounds like fur. So instead of I have to go, you'll hear I have to go. Instead of I'm waiting for you, you'll hear I'm waiting for you. Let's practice together. Repeat after me. I have to go. I have to go. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. It's kind of late. It's kind of late. Cup of coffee. Cup of coffee. Excellent. These small reductions are everywhere in spoken English, and once you start using them, you'll sound much more natural and confident. Now let's do a small shadowing exercise to bring everything together. I'll read a short paragraph naturally. Listen first, then repeat after me line by line. Here's the paragraph. I want to wake up early tomorrow. I'm going to meet my friend for breakfast. We're going to talk about our new project. Then, I have to go shopping for groceries. It's kind of busy, but I'm looking forward to it. Now, repeat line by line after me. I want to wake up early tomorrow. I'm going to meet my friend for breakfast. We're going to talk about our new project. Then, I have to go shopping for groceries. It's kind of busy, but I'm looking forward to it. Very good. That's how you train your mouth, your ears, and your brain to move together. Shadowing helps your brain think in English naturally, not word by word. Now, let's pause for a quick reflection. How does it feel to speak this way? Does it feel faster, easier, maybe even fun? That's the point. English fluency becomes enjoyable once you start flowing with it instead of fighting it. Here's a little mindset secret for fluency. Don't aim to sound perfect, aim to sound natural. Real communication isn't about perfect grammar. It's about connection. If you can connect your words and your ideas smoothly, people will understand you and they'll feel comfortable talking to you. So here's your daily speaking challenge. For the next 24 hours, try to use at least 3 connected expressions in your conversations. Maybe say wanna instead of want to, or gonna instead of going to. Even if you're practicing alone, say them out loud. The more you speak naturally, the more your brain accepts it as normal. Before we move on to the next part, let's review quickly. We learned about linking words like go out, reducing sounds like going to gonna, practicing rhythm and shadowing to make speech flow naturally. Each of these helps you sound like a confident, fluent English speaker. And remember, fluency isn't built in one day, it's built in moments like this. When you practice with focus and enjoyment, you're doing something amazing for your future self. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite connected English phrase so far? Is it gonna, wanna, or something else? Tell me in the comments below. I always read what you share, and I love seeing your progress. You've done so well to come this far, and I want you to take a moment to appreciate that. You've practiced pronunciation, rhythm, and connected speech, and now it's time to take a big step forward. In this part, we're going to focus on conversation flow. This is one of the most powerful skills that fluent English speakers use naturally every day. Now, have you ever been in a conversation where you didn't know what to say next? Maybe you understood what the other person said, but your mind just went blank. You wanted to sound confident, but your words didn't come out. Don't worry, that happens to almost everyone learning English. The good news is, fluent conversation isn't about knowing thousands of words. It's about knowing how to keep the flow going. Let's start simple. When you're having a conversation in English, there are 3 main things you can do to keep it natural: respond, react, and return. First, respond. That means answer what the other person says. Second, react. Show emotion or interest in their words. Third, return. Ask something back to keep the conversation alive. Let's see how this works in a short dialogue. A. I went to the beach last weekend. B. Oh, really? That sounds nice. Did you go with your family? You see, the second person didn't just say, "That's nice." They reacted, "Oh, really? That sounds nice." And then returned the question, "Did you go with your family?" Let's try another one. A. I just started a new job. Wow, congratulations. How's it going so far? That's natural, that's fluent. You're showing emotion, and you're keeping the conversation alive. Now let's practice this together. I'll say the first line, and you say your response out loud. Are you ready? I just bought a new phone. Pause. Good. Maybe you said, "Oh, nice. What kind of phone?" Or, "Really? I've been thinking of getting one too." That's great. Next one. I couldn't sleep last night. Pause. Maybe you said, "Oh no, why not?" Or, "That's the worst. What happened?" You're doing great. Keep responding naturally. These little reactions make your English feel real and friendly. Now, let's talk about fillers, short, simple words we use to give ourselves time to think. Native speakers use them all the time, and they make you sound much more relaxed and confident. Words like, "Well, actually, let me think, or kind of." For example, "Well, I think it depends. I'm not really sure. Actually, that's a good question. Let me think about that." These words buy you time, but they also make your speech sound natural. Let's try a small exercise. I'll give you a sentence, and I want you to add a filler before or after it. Sentence 1. I like learning English. You could say, well, I like learning English, or I like learning English, you know? Sentence 2, I don't agree with that. You might say, I don't agree with that, or actually, I don't agree with that. Perfect. Now you sound more natural and confident. Next, let's talk about conversation openers and extenders. These are short, friendly ways to start or continue a chat. They make you sound approachable and fluent. Common openers include, how's it going? What have you been up to lately? Long time no see. Hey, how's your day going? And extenders to keep talking include, tell me more about that. Really? That's interesting. And then what happened? Oh, wow. What did you do next? Let's practice a quick role play. Imagine you meet a friend at a cafe. I'll say the first line. Hey, it's been a while. How have you been? Pause for your answer. Maybe you said, I've been good, just busy with work. How about you? That's perfect. Let's continue. I've been traveling a lot recently. You could say, oh really? Where did you go? Now you're keeping the conversation flowing naturally. Here's another secret. Fluency isn't about speaking. Non-stop, it's about balance. Great conversations are like tennis matches. You serve, you listen, you respond, and you return the ball. If you talk too much, it's not a conversation. If you stay silent, the game stops. Fluency means staying in rhythm. Let's practice that rhythm with a short listening and repeating activity. I'll read a natural conversation slowly. Listen first, then repeat after me. A, hey, how's your day going? Pretty good. Just busy with work. How about you? A, same here. I can't wait for the weekend. B, me too. Do you have any plans? A, yeah, I'm thinking of going hiking. Oh, nice. Where at? A, probably up north near the lake. B, that sounds beautiful. Have fun. Now repeat that entire conversation again with me. Focus on your tone, rhythm, and flow. Don't rush, just sound natural. Excellent work. You're now using real conversational rhythm. You can feel how it flows, right? That's fluency in action. Now, I want to give you a small confidence exercise. For the next 24 hours, I want you to talk to yourself in English about what you're doing, how you feel, or what your plans are. For example, when you're cooking, say out loud, I'm making dinner right now. It smells so good. When you're walking outside, say, it's such a nice day today. I really needed this. Talking to yourself trains your brain to think and respond in English automatically. And don't forget this. Mistakes are not your enemy. They're proof that you're trying. Every time you make a mistake, you're building real confidence. Native speakers make mistakes too, so don't chase perfection, chase progress. Before we end today's part, here's a small reflection question for you. When you have a conversation in English, what part do you find hardest starting, continuing, or ending the conversation? Think about it and tell me your answer in the comments. I read every single one. You've come a long way, and I'm proud of the progress you're making. By now, you're speaking more smoothly, understanding real conversations better, and most importantly, you're building the confidence to express yourself in English. In this part, we're going to take that confidence to the next level. We'll focus on expressing your opinions and emotions naturally, just like fluent English speakers do every day. Think about this for a moment. How often do you want to share your thoughts in English, but you hesitate because you're not sure what to say? Maybe you think, I don't have the right words, or what if I sound strange? Don't worry, that's completely normal. The key to sounding fluent isn't having perfect grammar. It's learning to express how you feel and what you think in natural, easy ways. Let's start simple. When someone asks for your opinion in English, how do you usually respond? Many learners say, I think, and that's perfectly fine. But native speakers use many other ways to express opinions. Let's practice some together. Repeat after me. I guess. I suppose. If you ask me, in my opinion, I'd say, to be honest, I feel like all of these mean the same thing as I think, but they sound more natural and flexible. Let's use them in examples. I guess it's going to rain today. I suppose she's right about that. If you ask me, it's too expensive. In my opinion, learning English every day really helps. I'd say this restaurant has the best pizza in town. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of spicy food. I feel like today's been a really good day. Now, repeat these sentences after me slowly. Feel the rhythm. Don't just copy the words, speak them with confidence. Good. You're doing great. Notice how each phrase adds personality to your English. That's what fluency is all about, being able to express yourself in a way that feels real. Now let's move on to emotions. English speakers express emotions in small but powerful ways. If you only say, I'm happy or I'm sad, your English sounds flat. But when you say things like, I'm so excited, or that really made my day, your speech comes alive. Let's try some emotional expressions. Repeat after me. I'm so happy for you. That's amazing. I'm really proud of myself. I'm a bit nervous about it. That really surprised me. I was so scared. That's so funny. I'm kind of tired, to be honest. Excellent. You see, emotions make your English sound human. You're not just speaking words, you're sharing feelings. And when you share feelings, people connect with you. That's the real goal of learning English connection. Now, let's practice combining opinions and emotions together. Listen to this example. I think learning English can be tough sometimes, but I feel proud every time I improve. Or another one, to be honest, I didn't like that movie. It was kind of boring. Here's one more. I'd say it's been a really busy week, but I'm happy I got everything done. Let's do a small exercise together. I'll say a situation, and I want you to react with your opinion or feeling in English. Are you ready? You just got a new job. Pause. Maybe you said, I'm so excited. I can't wait to start. Perfect. You missed the bus this morning. Pause. You might say, ugh, I was so frustrated. I hate being late. Great. Your friend made you laugh today. Pause. 18 mate. You could say, "That was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing." Very nice. The more you practice reacting naturally like this, the faster you'll start speaking English automatically. Now, let's look at how to agree or disagree politely, another important part of fluent conversation. When you agree, you can say, "You're right. Exactly. I totally agree with you. That's true. I feel the same way." Try repeating them now. Good. Now, if you want to disagree, do it gently and naturally. You can say, "I see what you mean, but I'm not sure I agree with that. I get your point, but I think, that's interesting, but maybe let's hear how this sounds in a short dialogue." A. I think studying English alone is better than in a class. B. I see what you mean, but I think having a teacher really helps. Do you see how polite and natural that sounds? You're not arguing, you're expressing yourself confidently. That's the power of language. Now, here's a speaking challenge for you. For the next few days, whenever you hear or read something in English, maybe in a YouTube video or a comment online, I want you to stop and think, what's my opinion about that? Then, say your answer out loud in English. Even a short answer helps. For example, "I agree with that," or "I don't really think so." This trains your brain to respond quickly and naturally. And here's a reflection question for you today. What's something you're proud of in your English learning journey so far? Maybe you had your first full conversation in English. Maybe you watched a movie without subtitles. Whatever it is, I want you to share it in the comments below. Because when you celebrate your progress, you build confidence. And confidence is the key to fluency. You're doing amazing, truly. Every part of this challenge is shaping your voice, your rhythm, and your mindset. Remember, confidence doesn't mean never making mistakes. It means speaking even when you're unsure, because that's how real fluency grows. You've done an amazing job so far, and today we're stepping into one of the most powerful tools for fluency: storytelling. When you can tell a story in English about your day, your past, or even your dreams, you become more confident, more expressive, and more fluent. Storytelling connects people. It helps you sound natural, emotional, and alive in English. So today, I'm going to show you how to tell a short, simple story that sounds natural, just like native speakers do. Let's start with a question. When someone asks, "How was your day?" or "What did you do yesterday?" how do you usually respond? Do you say something short, like, "It was good," or "Nothing special"? If yes, don't worry. Many learners do the same. But fluent English speakers don't stop there. They share a small story. They use emotion, detail, and rhythm to make it sound interesting. Let's practice together. Imagine someone asks you, "How was your weekend?" A short answer might be, "It was nice," but let's make it better. "It was great. I went to the park with my friends. We had a picnic, played music, and talked for hours. It felt so relaxing." See the difference? You're not just answering, you're painting a picture. You're helping the listener feel what you felt. That's the secret of storytelling in English. Let's practice a few key storytelling phrases that make your speech sound smooth. Repeat after me. Last weekend, yesterday, a few days ago, when I was a kid, one time, I remember when. It was such a funny moment. I couldn't believe it. All of these are small, natural ways to begin or continue a story. Let's try them in short examples. Last weekend, I tried cooking a new recipe. It didn't go well, but it was really funny. When I was a kid, I loved watching the rain from my window. I remember when my teachers surprised us with a party, we were so happy. Now, let's make this interactive. I'll start a story, and I want you to repeat it after me, slowly, focusing on rhythm and emotion. Yesterday was a busy day. I woke up early because I had an important meeting. I was a little nervous at first, but once I started speaking, everything went well. After the meeting, I treated myself to a nice cup of coffee. It felt so good to finally relax. Good job. You see how natural that sounds? It's not complicated. You don't need advanced grammar, just short, clear sentences and emotion. Now, let's focus on connecting words. These small words make your story flow naturally. Repeat after me. Then, after that, suddenly, but, so. Finally, let's use them in a short story. Last night, I watched a movie with my family. Then, halfway through, the power went out. We all laughed so much because it happened right in the most exciting scene. After that, we just talked and told jokes in the dark. It turned out to be a really fun night. Notice how the story moves smoothly from one event to another. That's what makes it sound fluent. Now, I want you to think about your own story. What's one funny, interesting, or even simple thing that happened to you recently? Maybe you met someone new, cooked something, went somewhere, or made a mistake that taught you something. Try to tell it in English. Keep it short, 5 or 6 sentences. And if you can, share it in the comments below. I'd love to read your story. Let's do another shadowing practice this time about an embarrassing moment. These are great for storytelling because they're emotional and easy to relate to. Last week, I was walking into a meeting and I accidentally said, "Good morning," even though it was already afternoon. Everyone laughed and I felt a little embarrassed, but it helped break the tension. After that, the meeting felt more relaxed. Now it's your turn. Try telling a short story about something funny or awkward that happened to you. Use the same rhythm and tone. Here's something important to remember. In English, emotion makes your stories memorable. Don't be afraid to use your voice, show excitement, surprise, or frustration. For example, "It was unbelievable. I was so shocked. I couldn't stop laughing. It was the best day ever." These small emotional phrases make your stories powerful. Let's try one more full story together this time. A happy memory. When I graduated from college, I felt so proud. My family came to celebrate, and we took so many pictures. After the ceremony, we went to my favorite restaurant. I remember thinking, I did it. It was one of the best days of my life. Beautiful, right? That's what natural English storytelling sounds like: simple, emotional, and real. Now let's make a mini challenge for today. Every day this week, I want you to tell one short story out loud in English. It doesn't matter if no one hears it. You can tell it to yourself, your phone, or even your mirror. The point is to make storytelling a habit. Here's a simple formula you can follow. When it happened. What happened? How you felt. What you learned or thought about it. Let's try one together. One time, I lost my phone on the bus. I felt so worried, but luckily someone found it and called me back. I was so grateful. It reminded me that there are still kind people in the world. See? That's a complete, beautiful story, and it only took a few sentences. You're doing amazing, and your English is growing stronger with every part of this challenge. The more you tell stories, the more naturally English will flow from your mouth. It won't feel like studying anymore. It'll feel like sharing. Before we move on, I want to ask you, what's your favorite story to tell? Maybe it's something from your childhood, your travels, or even something funny that happened at work. Think about it now and write a few sentences in English after this lesson. You've done something amazing. You've reached the stage where your English is not only clear but expressive. In the last part, we practice storytelling, and today we're going to make your stories and your voice come alive. This part is all about intonation, pauses, and emphasis. These are the secret ingredients that make fluent English sound natural, emotional, and beautiful. Let's start with something simple. When you listen to native English speakers, have you noticed how their voices rise and fall? They don't speak in one flat tone. Instead, they use intonation, the melody of the language. Intonation helps show feelings. It tells listeners if you're excited, surprised, or serious. For example, say this sentence in a flat voice. I can't believe it. Now say it with emotion. I can't believe it. Do you hear the difference? The second one feels alive. That's what we want your English to sound like, not just correct, but full of feeling. Let's try a few more. Repeat after me and exaggerate the emotion. That's amazing. You're kidding. Oh no, really? I didn't expect that. Wow, that's unbelievable. Good. The more emotion you show, the more natural your English becomes. Don't be afraid to sound expressive. It's not too much. It's what makes you sound real. Now, let's talk about pauses. Pauses are powerful. They give your listener time to feel your words. They help your speech sound confident and controlled. Many learners speak too fast because they're nervous, but speaking fast doesn't mean speaking fluently. Fluency means clarity and rhythm. Let's practice. Repeat this short story after me, but pause naturally between phrases. I was walking home when it suddenly started raining. I didn't have an umbrella, so I ran to the nearest shop. Everyone inside looked at me, and we all laughed. It was such a funny moment. You see how the pauses give the story rhythm and feeling? You're not rushing. You're inviting the listener in. Now let's add emphasis. Emphasis means giving extra stress to important words. It helps you show meaning and emotion. Let's look at an example. I didn't say she stole the money. Depending on which word you emphasize, the meaning changes. I didn't say she stole the money, maybe someone else said it. I didn't say she stole the money, maybe you just implied it. I didn't say she stole the money, maybe someone else did. Amazing, right? This is how powerful emphasis can be. It helps your speech sound intelligent, expressive, and alive. Let's do a fun exercise. I'll say a sentence 3 different ways. Try to repeat after me, copying the emotion and rhythm. Version 1. I really can't wait to see you. Version 2. I really can't wait to see you. Impatient. Version 3. I really can't wait to see you. Happy and sincere. Did you notice how your tone changed? This is what advanced fluency is, being able to control how your English sounds, not just what you say. Let's practice with a mini dialogue. Repeat after me. A. Guess what? B. What happened? A. I passed my exam. B. No way. That's amazing. A. I studied so hard for it. I can finally relax now. B. You deserve it. Let's celebrate. Listen to how the voices rise and fall naturally. That's rhythm. That's fluency. Now here's your challenge. I want you to record yourself speaking English for 1 minute today. You can tell a short story, describe your day, or even read a dialogue like the one we just practiced. But here's the key: focus on your intonation, pauses, and emphasis. Don't worry about small grammar mistakes. Just feel the language, feel its music. If you're shy about recording yourself, that's okay. Start small. Read 1 sentence out loud, record it, and listen. You'll start to notice things like, oh, I sound too flat here, or I rushed that word. That awareness is how real fluency begins. Let's do another listening and speaking challenge together. Repeat this paragraph after me slowly, with feeling. English is not just about words. It's about rhythm, emotion, and connection. When you speak with feeling, people listen. They don't just hear your English, they feel your message. Perfect. That's the voice of confidence. That's the voice you're building right now. Now let's connect all 3: intonation, pauses, and emphasis in one story. Repeat after me. Last weekend, I went hiking with my friends. It was a beautiful sunny day. We climbed for hours, and when we reached the top, the view was breathtaking. I remember standing there thinking, wow, this is what peace feels like. See how the emotion flows naturally? You can feel the moment, not just describe it. That's real communication. Let's pause here for a small motivational reminder. You are not just learning English, you're becoming fluent, expressive, and confident. Every part of this challenge has been shaping your voice, your rhythm, and your confidence. You've learned how to express emotion, how to tell stories, how to connect words, and now, how to sound truly natural. So let's do a mini self-check together. Ask yourself these 3 questions. Can I use emotion when I speak English? Do I pause naturally between ideas? Can I emphasize key words to make my meaning clear? If you answered yes, congratulations. You've reached a new level of fluency. Now, before we move to the final part, part 11, I want you to think about this. What does fluency mean to you now? Maybe before, fluency meant speaking fast or knowing many words. But now, you know the truth. Fluency means connection. It means using your voice with confidence and emotion. In the final part, we'll bring everything together: pronunciation, rhythm, storytelling, and confidence in one complete fluency reflection. You'll also take your final English fluency challenge with me. You've made it all the way here, and that already says something powerful about you. You are committed, focused, and ready to sound confident in English. This is the final part of our journey, and today, we're going to bring everything together. All the lessons, all the speaking practice, all the emotions and confidence you've built. This is your moment to shine. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Smile. You've earned this. Let's begin by remembering why you started this journey. Maybe you wanted to speak English more naturally. Maybe you wanted to feel confident in meetings, classes, or conversations with native speakers. Or maybe you simply wanted to stop feeling nervous when you opened your mouth to speak. Whatever your reason, you've been working on something bigger than just learning a language. You've been learning to express yourself in English clearly, emotionally, and confidently. Today, we'll do a full fluency reflection and practice session together. We'll mix pronunciation, rhythm, storytelling, emotion, and confidence into one final experience. Let's start with a warm-up. Repeat after me. I am confident. I can speak clearly. My English is getting better every day. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. I can express my ideas in English. Good. Those are not just words, they are affirmations. Every time you say them, you strengthen your mindset. Confidence starts in your mind, not in your grammar book. Now let's move into a short daily dialogue that uses natural, real-life English. Imagine you're meeting a friend at a cafe. Repeat after me and feel the rhythm of the conversation. A. Hey, it's so good to see you again. B. Yeah, it's been forever. How have you been? A. I've been pretty good, just busy with work. How about you? B. Same here. I've been working a lot, but I'm trying to find more time for myself. A. That's smart. We all need that balance. B. Exactly. By the way, have you tried that new coffee shop down the street? A. Not yet, but I've heard it's really good. B. We should go there next time. A. Deal. This is natural, simple, and fluent English. You see how the phrases flow easily, nothing is forced or complicated. When you speak like this, you sound natural and confident. Now let's practice storytelling, one of the best ways to build fluency. Listen and then repeat each line after me. One day I decided to challenge myself. I wanted to speak English every day for 1 month. At first it was hard. I didn't know what to talk about. I felt shy and made mistakes. But I didn't stop. I spoke in front of the mirror. I recorded my voice. I repeated phrases I heard online. And slowly, I started to notice something: my English was improving. I was speaking more naturally. I started to think in English. I even began to enjoy it. That's when I realized confidence doesn't come from perfection. It comes from practice. Beautiful. That story is not just about language, it's about your journey too. Every day you practice, even when it feels hard, you're growing stronger. Now let's combine emotion and rhythm. I'll say a few phrases, and I want you to repeat after me, matching the feeling and tone. I can do this. I believe in myself. Every mistake helps me learn. I am becoming fluent. My English is powerful. My voice matters. Excellent. You sound strong, motivated, and confident. Now let's take a small moment to reflect. Ask yourself, what has changed in your English since the beginning of this challenge? Maybe you speak with more rhythm. Maybe you understand conversations more easily. Maybe you're less afraid to talk. Whatever it is, recognize your progress. You've done something many people never finish. You stayed consistent. Now, let's do a final fluency test together. I'll read a story at a natural speed. Listen first, then repeat after me in short sections. Yesterday, I was waiting for the bus when I saw an old friend from high school. We hadn't seen each other in years, but the moment we started talking, it felt like no time had passed. We laughed, shared memories, and talked about our dreams. Before I knew it, my bus had arrived, but I didn't want to leave. That conversation reminded me how powerful human connection is and how language helps us build that connection. That's fluency in action, not just speaking correctly, but speaking from the heart. Now, let's end with something important, your daily English challenge. Starting today, I want you to speak English for 5 minutes every single day. It can be about anything, your plans, your feelings, your memories, your goals. You can record yourself, talk to a friend, or just speak out loud alone. The goal is simple. Make English part of your everyday life. You can also take this challenge further by commenting below this video. Tell me, what's one English phrase you use every day? Or, what has been your biggest fluency breakthrough during this challenge? I love reading your stories, and your words might inspire another learner to keep going. Before we close, I want to remind you of one final truth. You don't have to sound like a native speaker to sound confident. Fluency is not about perfection. It's about connection, emotion, and consistency. When you speak from your heart, people will understand you, and they'll feel your message. So, take a deep breath. Smile. You've completed the English Fluency Challenge. You are now a stronger, more confident English speaker. Keep practicing every day. Keep repeating after me. Keep believing in yourself. And as always, thank you for learning with me here on Miss Fwang English. If this journey helped you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who's also learning English. Your support means the world to me, and I'm so proud of you for making it this far. Remember, English is not just a skill, it's your voice to the world. Use it, practice it, share it, and speak it every day. This is Miss Fwang English, and I'll see you in the next fluency journey. Keep shining, keep speaking, and keep believing, because your English story is just beginning.